Tonight from Bear, Delaware, it's the Appoquinimink Jaguars against the Caravel Buccaneers as we bring you softball action here on 302 Sports. Thanks for joining us here at Randy Johnson Field on the campus of Caravel Academy. This field dedicated in memory of the late coach that guided this program to 7 championships and an unprecedented 5 straight state titles. This year, a record of 13-1. They're not missing a beat. They've been ranked number 1 all season long. They appear to be primed for another run. And as I bring in my broadcast partner, Shannon Timmons, they've already beaten the number 2, 3, and 4 teams in our top 10, Sussex Tech, Sussex Central, and Polytech.
Yeah, there's been no letdown at all from the Buccaneers of Caravel, and Tony Peterson has them kind of right where they want to be headed into this later portion of the season as they get ready to head to state tournament time.
Let's begin with the visiting team, the Appo Jags. They are 9-4. This is a very young team. There's a lot of freshmen and sophomores playing. This is not a typical program at Appo in softball for head coach Brian Timpson. They've already lost a game in the Flight A, so it looks like they're not going to win the Flight A this year. It appears that Middletown will probably get the crown. They're 5-1. The Cavaliers are 6-0. They're presently in second place, tied with Odessa. Timpson got his 200th win at Appo earlier this year. We did the game at Red Lion. That was a thriller, 3-2 in that broadcast. He rotates his 2 sophomore pitchers, Ava Perucci and Talmadge.
Yeah, and they've been really impressive. I think just as sophomores, splitting time on the mound. He kind of went early on with throwing 1 for one game and 1 for the next game. And here lately, you see the box scores show that they've each split time in each of the past couple of games. We saw Perucci throw at Red Lion. She was really impressive, commanding the outside third of the plate. Not only for Perucci in the circle, she's been really impressive at the plate, hitting .405. She's got 17 RBIs, 16 runs scored, 3 home runs, one against Odessa, which is a sister school to Appo, as we know, and the other against St. Mark's. So Perucci kind of getting it done on both ends of the game.
Yeah, Perucci, as you mentioned, are both sophomores. Now, Ava will be starting pitching tonight in the circle. She's appeared in 12 games, started 7 games, has a record of 4-3. As it is her turn, they'll flip-flop starts with her and Talmadge. And he says it isn't based on anything other than every other game right now. They're just trying to figure things out. She's pitched over 37 innings, 49 strikeouts, only 3 walks. Teams are hitting .251 off of her, and she has a 1.85 ERA. And you can talk about Miranda Talmadge, who we might see tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, so far they've both been throwing in a little bit of each game. So she'll come out of the bullpen as usual. She's appeared in 11 games, starting 6, holds a 5-1 record. She's pitched 34 1/3 innings. Teams are batting .228 against her. She's got a 2.24 ERA and has wins over Odessa and Newark Charter. Her one loss there was to Sussex Central.
And there's a lot of teams losing to Sussex Central. Let's take a look at our top 10. Speaking of Sussex Central, Caravel, number 1, they have been all year at 13-1. They're only lost to an out-of-state, a solid out-of-state team. Sussex Tech was ranked second, 13-1 coming into today, and you got an update on that.
Yeah, that's a final. Sussex Central over Sussex Tech 3-2.
So they'll flip-flop in the top 10. Central we had ranked 3rd. Polytech at 11-4, ranked 4th. Lake Forest won today. They're now 12-3, ranked 5th. Right behind them, Del Mar playing today against Sussex Academy, leading 6-3 in that one, trying to improve to 12-3 as well. Then we have, rounding out the top 10, St. Mark's, Conrad, Smyrna, and Middletown. Middletown, a little bit of a surprise this year. Like I said, it looks like they're going to win the Flight A and get the automatic berth.
Yeah, they're doing a great job this year. Like you said, usually that's a surefire thing for Appo, and he's just had to create some different things here with younger players. It bodes well for Coach Timpson in the future, but right now, Middletown leading the way as far as that's concerned. A couple other players I would like to mention here from this Appo squad. Morgan Stonebreaker has been really consistent at the plate, batting .423, 11 RBIs with a .559 on-base percentage. Kendall Delaney, another player to watch for this evening, threat at the plate, batting .561 with 13 RBIs. And I think for them, we always talk about the keys to trying to beat a team like Caravel with the caliber and the mystique they have here, playing at their place as you look around the outfield with all those championship banners. I think Appo just really needs some timely hitting and stringing those hits together. We've seen that they have the ability. It's just going to be, can they put it together and piece it together to score runs. Pitching and defense, always, we always have to talk about that. Keeping Caravel off the bases, right, Glenn? We have seen that when Caravel gets on, they use their subs a lot, and they have kids who have speed and they can run the bases. So once they're on, they're very strategic about how they approach the game. They play such sound situational softball, as we see Coach Timpson flipping the bat, his team getting fired up tonight. But you got to keep Caravel off the base paths. They have so many weapons, and they're so dangerous once they're on. So I think that's just going to be one of the keys for the defense and for the pitching here tonight for Appo if they're going to see some success.
We got to see his little pregame ritual. We'll have to defer to Nick Halliday to see if we pick that up on camera, because he does that little dance of his, and then with the bat, and he does the bat flip, and he's been doing that for years since my granddaughter was playing for him back at least 10 years ago. He did say that Delaney, the freshman, is one of the best freshmen that he's had in the program. It's a very promising young lady. Typically, they play 12 kids. They're taking their lumps. They are not quite the level, as we mentioned, of a standard Appoquinimink program and softball, but they are excited about the future. 12 players that get the majority of the playing time. 8 of them are freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, and they have some tough competition coming. Obviously, they have to get through this test tonight, but they still have yet to play Sussex Tech and Polytech, and those are teams that are in the top 10. So there is no let up for this Appo team, and they have to kind of go out and give it everything they've got, especially the young players. Sort of play with no fear and see where they end up.
They both have to play Smyrna still, too. I think after this game tonight, Caravel has 3 top 10 teams the rest of the year. Del Mar is one, Smyrna's the other, and I can't at the top of my head figure out who that other one was. But anyhow, they do have stiff competition coming down the end of the regular season. Let's talk a little bit more about Caravel, their pitcher and their players.
Yeah, Kaylee Aerosmith, again, just a phenom in the circle, if you will, and believe it or not, just another one of these sophomore pitchers that we see across the state. She's pitched 91.2 innings. She's faced 354 batters, given up 47 hits, 20 runs, 12 of those earned. She's walked 31, struck out 125 with an ERA of .916. I have unofficially tallied, I will say this is unofficial. We have to get with the folks at Caravel to make it official, but I have her with 315 career strikeouts as a sophomore coming into tonight.
Wow.
Against these big gun teams that we've just talked about that are in your top 10, Glenn, 7 strikeouts against Sussex Tech, 8 against Sussex Central, 14 against Conrad. So she is getting the job done in the circle. For sure, for the Caravel Bucks. She's taken a big step forward at the plate for her. A lot of times we don't see pitchers that can help themselves offensively. Kaylee has come a long way. I know she and Coach Randy Johnson had worked a lot offensively last year, and I know he'd be so proud of her to see her hitting 400 this season and helping herself out at the plate. I think the key for Caravel tonight is to limit the walks. Obviously 31 walks on a season, not something you want to see. Her strike to pitch ratio is only running in the low 60%. Really, to be a super effective pitcher, we want that up in the 70s. Low 70%, 75 is kind of ideal with the amount of pitches she throws versus how many of those are strikes. So that's what I'm getting at. And she's right around the 60-62% mark right now. So there's room for improvement there. So limit the walks and the freebies. I think Caravel needs to improve on scoring consistently. They tend to score big in one inning, and then there's a little bit of a drop-off. So if they are going to make it run at things, I think they have to be scoring consistently. Again, we're going to talk about some of their young players. Paisley Massey is a freshman. She is leadoff. She's hitting .444. She's a great eye for the strike zone, which is why Tony Peterson has her in that leadoff position. The DP, Ava Daniels, another freshman for Caravel. She's doing her job at the plate with hitting .394. The big push for Ava is that she scores runs. She hits a sac fly. She's got runners on ahead of her. She does such a great job of moving runners. Katie Panan, we saw here when we were here the last time. She's got a phenomenal glove at third base. She's got some ESPN top 10 plays under her belt this year. Adding power at the plate, batting .300. Abby Russell, the first baseman, took over after Peyton Rice graduated, and she's really come into her own. She tends to spark the offense for them and just kind of seems to be in the right place in the order at the right time. She gets those extra base hits. She's been really smart at the plate with a good approach, batting .548. And then I'll go to the steady Eddie player of Leah Richardson. She's the only senior that starts for Caravel. She is the rock of their defense at shortstop. She's kind of a quiet leader, leads by example, but has a super high softball IQ and just does whatever that team needs her to do in the moment, batting .298. But Leah just gets the job done, and she provides so much leadership for these young players at Caravel.
I think we have a sighting of our home plate umpire, Nick Halliday, and I saying that looks like Dave Swift up there. So Swift, who's been around longer than I have, we got the chance to interview him during halftime of one of the basketball tournament games that we had this year at the Bob. And what a guy. He's given his life almost to officiating sporting events, softball, football, basketball as well. A fantastic guy, and that was a great interview. As the captains for Appo now at home plate, along with head coach Brian Timpson and Caravel's head coach Tony Peterson. We're going to have a lot of wind here tonight. Wind will play a factor in this game. Double-digit winds throughout the game. The flags right now are blowing almost straight out to center field.
All I'm going to say, Glenn, is we were here without you one night. It wasn't windy. Just saying.
But it wasn't.
Just kidding.
Wasn't,
it was freezing cold.
I was going to say, it wasn't this warm.
I'll take 86 degrees and a little bit of wind. I'm just teasing you.
Well, it's probably about 10 degrees lower than that.
We were in parkas that night. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
It was freezing.
Well, I've done that before.
It was a great night. We dedicated the field here to Randy Johnson that night, but good grief, it was cold.
Yeah, they're conversing right now at home plate, going over the ground rules for Randy Johnson Field, and the captains out there for Appo. Well, that's Bailey Yiser, one of them, also Sophia Miller, and number 5, Madeline Parajon, who is, by the way, one of the lone seniors that gets a lot of PT for this team, and she'll be headed to Eastern University next year. She's batting .243.
Well, and Bailey Yiser was our player of the game when we did a game at Red Lion. She had a phenomenal night, and she's been a really important player for this Appo Jags team this year, putting up great numbers.
She had 3 hits that night on the 13th of April, by the way.
Yes.
That's the last game I've done.
Yes. Yeah, she had a couple doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Impact player for her team that night.
I think she accounted for 2 of the 3 runs that they scored in that 3-2 win. All right, still discussing things at home plate. Base umpire introducing himself to head coach Brian Timpson of the Appo Jags. Very comfortable night out here. If the winds could just stay down a little bit, this will be an enjoyable event.
And I'll tell you, I got to give credit. I know the coaches do a lot of work on this field, but credit to the athletic directors and the Caravel Academy administration. They have made upgrades at this field, and honestly, I mean, the grass looks amazing. The field is in terrific shape. So just, credit to them and thanks to them for having this venue that we can broadcast from, and we can highlight some of these softball players around our state. It's a great facility and certainly a great time to be out here. We've got lacrosse going over to the right of us. There's a lacrosse game this evening. They just honored some players. Might be their senior night, I think. But an amazing facility here, and that's just credit to the work that everybody here at Caravel does to have this field look like it does. It's a great place to play. One of the only 2 schools with lights here in Red Lion, so enables everybody to get out here and support the teams.
Athletic director here is Craig Bailey, and he's always very accommodating for us, regardless of what sport we're live streaming here. If you're familiar with Caravel Academy softball field, we are located out in right center field, pretty much straightaway right field. We have our table set up and a cameraman, and as you look around here, there's a lot of new concrete that's been laid down along the concourse area behind the dugouts. They've planted some new grass seed. It's in a lot of areas. It hasn't really come in yet. Need a little bit more rain here, I think, which might be on the way the next couple of days. But, yeah, as far as the playing condition on the field in front of us, it looks very good.
So as they now just announced the Appoquinimink players, I'm going to go ahead and run down their lineup. Not necessarily starters, but we'll just go ahead and announce all of their players here. It's number 1, Ava Link, 2, Sophia Miller, 3, Mackenzie Landry, 4, Madison Washburn, 5, Madeline Parajon, 5, Miranda Talmadge, 6, Gabby Iser. 7, Gabby Iser. 8, Alexa Benton. 9, Bridget Archer. 10, Lauren Novak. 11, Caitlin Whalen. 12 is Morgan Stonebreaker. 13 is Bailey Iser. 16, Ava Perucci. 18, Juliana Garofolo. 19, Kendall Delaney. And 20, Kaylee Clugston.
Yep. 9-4 are the Jaguars. 5-1 in the Flag Day of the Blue Hen Conference. Again, Brian Timpson has now won 205 games in his 15th season at the head of Appo. He has 289 career wins over 21 seasons. He used to coach at Glasgow and at Middletown. Caravel Academy players are now being introduced to the fans here, if you want to run those down.
Sure. Number 1's Paisley Massey. 2, Leah Richardson. 3, Ava Daniels. 6, Taylor Zender. 7's Katie Panand. 8, Ella Austin. 9, Madison Frazier. 10, Olivia Harris. 11, Aubrey Martin. 13, Abigail Russell. 15's Kaylee Aerosmith. 19, Kayla Winley. 20, Cheyenne Barker. 21, Mia Rojas. 22, Bella Mendez. 23, Kelsey Passwaters. 24, Mila McDonough. 27, Keely Nunley. 30 is Adeline Bone. 32 is Harper Eshelman. 36 is Kaylee Hudson. 38, Aubrey Lloyd. And 44 is Kenzie Hunter.
And they're just about done announcing the players, coaches, and the staff here at Caravel. We're assuming that the playing of the national anthem will be coming right up. And at that point, we'll step aside and then come back with the first pitch. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's step aside for the playing of our national anthem.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com. Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job. Paint Doctor, making
Back here live at Randy Johnson Field at Caravel Academy, just about ready to go. We'll see Caravel take the field momentarily in the home whites with the burgundy numbers, Appo in the dark uniforms with white numbers. Our home plate umpire, Dave Swith. Our base umpire is Bruce McCann. And I'm telling you, it's not fair, Shannon. Every one of these stadiums, I don't care if it's softball, baseball, football, they put the concession stand where the wind will waft out here to the outfield, and I can smell those burgers out there.
Yes, you can.
Yes, the cameraman, Christopher Widener, agrees with me, and so does Jason Winchell, who's joined us now. I'm Glenn Fraser. She's Shannon Timmons, and producing is Nick Halliday. So the batting order starting off for the Appo Jags. It'll be Landry, the center fielder, then Delaney, the left fielder, Perucci, the pitcher, Clugston at third base, Stonebreakers, the DP, Parajon, the right fielder, followed by Miller, the first baseman, Washburn, the catcher, and Bailey Yiser at second base. The flex player is Bailey Yiser's sister, Gabby Yiser, who is the shortstop. Out in the field for Caravel. Behind the dish, Kenzie Hunter. In the circle, Kaylee Aerosmith. Around the infield, Abigail Russell at first, Paisley Massey at second, Leah Richardson at short, Katie Penand at third base. And then in front of us, in right field, will be Olivia Harris. In center, Cheyenne Barker. And in left, Belle Mendez. The DP for them today is Ava Daniels. Yeah, it's just not fair.
No, it's not.
You got a nice sandwich beforehand, but again, that was your lunch and dinner.
Correct. It's okay.
Go ahead. You get a break. I'm telling you, I go downstate, do a football game. Delmar, same thing. Wind blows.
I think they do that on purpose.
Woodbridge, same thing.
They know you're
Smart.
coming. They do it on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah. They know. They know what they're doing. All right, just about ready to get underway. Kelly Aerosmith finishing up her warm-up pitches. Once again, a couple of finals from earlier today. Sussex Central, who we had ranked third, upset the number 2 ranked team. Sussex Tech was at 3-2?
3-2.
3-2. So not much of an upset there. Lake Forest took care of Laurel. Laurel having a tough year this year. 13-3 that final. Polytech shut out Cape 11-0. And we had some partial scores. Red Lion was leading St. Mark 7-2. Another night game, not too far from here. And Delmar was leading Sussex Academy 6-3. All right, here we go. Mackenzie Landry to lead it off against Aerosmith. And the first pitch is a called strike by home plate umpire Swifty Dave Swift.
One nice thing we know is that it will not take him long to call the strike, as we have experienced so far this season.
That one missed. 1-1 count. I love that
Swifty's
from him.
pretty quick about making a call, so that is a bonus.
Oh, my gosh, that game we had a Red Lion.
That was tough.
The pitcher was ready to throw the next pitch before he got his hand up. She tried to hold up there, went around, so Landry's in a hole, ball and 2 strikes.
Aerosmith tends to make quick work of things in the circle. It does not take her long to reset.
Good. She stayed on that pitch, and it was just picked out of the air by the third baseman, Penand.
That's a nice little change of speed there by Aerosmith, but she gets her leaning her weight out in front. Nice little pop up there to the third baseman, Penand, who's just been rock solid on defense.
That brings up the freshman, Kendall Delaney, with 1 out here in the top of the first.
A .561 batting average from a freshman, Glenn. That is impressive.
Yeah. Called strike down in the zone. So 0-1 to Delaney. Good size for a freshman as well. And Coach Timpson told me earlier, he said maybe one of the best freshmen he's coached.
Tried that change of speed, just couldn't find it in the zone. She'll even the count. Yeah, I mean, Delaney's got 13 RBIs, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run on the season.
Gaudy numbers. Fastball right in there.
She is their left fielder.
And she's in the hole, a ball and 2 strikes to Aerosmith.
Kaylee doing a nice job of getting ahead of hitters so far tonight.
And she comes back to that same off-speed pitch and gets the K. That brings up the pitcher for Appo, Ava Perucci. And Perucci on the year, the sophomore, batting .405 with 8 doubles, 3 home runs, leads the team in that category. 17 ribbies and 16 runs scored, having a good year in the circle and up at the plate.
And you know Coach Timpson has to be pleased with her as a complete player, getting the job done in the circle and at the plate. Always nice when your pitcher can hit and help herself out.
And both coaches have that luxury here today. Now the first pitch straight back in the hole 0-1. And that misses. A little high and outside. So far, to the first three batters, Aerosmith has thrown only one ball out of the zone to each one.
Kaylee spins the ball really well. You know, she makes it look effortless, but if you stand behind, that's in for a strike. If you stand behind home plate and ever get a chance to watch her pitch, she is one of our spinny pitchers. You see the ball rotate, and she doesn't. It looks like it's effortless for her. You don't hear her grunt. You don't see a lot of big motion. There's not a big pre-motion, but she just gets the ball out of her hand really well and spins it.
That's the first time she's had a 2-ball count here to open the top half of the first. 2-2.
And we got sophomore pitcher against sophomore pitcher right now.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And she'll end the inning with 2 strikeouts. Top half of the first. No runs, no hits for Appo. They go in order. And we'll see the Caravel Buccaneers here coming up in the bottom of the first inning. As we keep it right here.
And that is certainly something that Caravel wants to see Kaylee be able to do, is set them down 1, 2, 3 and not allow any of those runners that have those high on-base percentages to get on and then have those power hitters come up, right? So that's always one of the things you're trying to be able to control early on, set a tone for your defense, set a tone for your team. That's your job in the circle to sort of get started out. It's always tough when you see pitchers walk that first hitter of the game. It happens a lot in high school softball. They get out there, they're just not quite warm, or they get a little nervous, and they walk that first batter. And boy, that just sets such a tone for your team and kind of gets in your head. So something definitely that you don't want to see a pitcher do is give them that first runner on base. And if you can get them 1, 2, 3, that's even better.
Got a score update for you. Red Lion now up 8-2 over St. Mark's. I have St. Mark's ranked in the top 10. We had a pretty good season so far. Came in with a record of 10-2. And we saw Red Lion back in April lose to this Appo team by 1 run. You know, sometimes you got to be careful on Game Changer. You see the little icon, and is that a baseball or is that a softball?
Yeah.
So what score am I really getting? No, but I've seen both, and I'm seeing it right now. One team's got the softball, the other one has the baseball.
And Delmar Sussex Academy is 6-3.
Okay. That's a late score coming in.
It says they're delayed for some reason. I
Okay.
don't know. At least Game Changer says delayed.
Right.
But 6-3 still Delmar leading Sussex Academy.
Delmar off to a good start this year. We've had them ranked in the top 10.
Yeah, well, Macy Rickards is throwing well for them in the circle, so Delmar's having a good year.
All right, here we go. Leading off for the Caravel Buccaneers, the second baseman, Paisley Massey. Just a freshman, hitting .444.
Has a great eye for the strike zone. Just something you expect from a leadoff hitter.
Perucci's first pitch missed inside.
Paisley tends to see a lot of pitches too, so she gets a lot of information for her team. Regardless of the result of her at-bat, that's super important.
Line drive, left field, fair ball, and in for a hit. As she rounds first and then hustles back to the bat. Oh, no, there's an overthrow there, and she'll hustle up to second base. So a single and then an error allows her to take second.
Really smart base running there by Massey to take advantage of the mistake. As I said in the pregame, if they get on, they are dangerous. They create a lot of chaos for a defense.
Here's the shortstop, Leah Richardson. She comes in batting .298, the senior. Popped it up in the infield. And Bailey Yiser drifts over and makes the catch for out number 1. One out there, and that brings up the first baseman, Abigail Russell. Comes in batting a lofty .548, the junior. First pitch right down the middle for a called strike.
Abby Russell has had several extra base hits for the Buccaneers. Again, she's kind of been the one to get some of the scoring started this year. She just sits at the right spot in the lineup where some people get on base ahead of her, and she's able to hit them in.
The last pitch just out of the zone, so a ball and a strike on Russell with Massey at second base. Goes down and golfs one to short. Throw across the diamond to get the out at first. Advances the runner. Massey up to third base with 2 outs. Pretty good play that time by Gabby Yiser to hustle that throw across the diamond because Russell was really bringing it down the line.
Yeah, she was hustling down there, trying to beat that throw. Brings Katie Panan to the plate, hitting 300 for the Bucks.
Pops it up, foul territory, and it will get out of play.
Yeah, and on the check swing, you definitely want to see that get out.
Perucci trying to get out of this little bit of a jam here at the bottom of the first. And Panan trying to drive in the first run of the game. Swing right through that one, and she's in the hole 0-2. If Panan reaches, the designated player Daniels is on deck.
A little harder from our vantage point this evening than when we were at Red Lion, but Perucci did such a nice job of working the outside third of the plate at Red Lion. And
She tried to do it right there.
And just commanded that outside third most of the night.
Just missed outside with that one. A ball and 2 strikes. And just missed again, so 2-2 count on Panan.
Panan being patient at the plate. Trying to find something that she can drive to score Massey from third. Get her team on the board.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Right in there for a called strike, and that will end the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left, and 1 error against Appo. We've completed 1 inning of play. No score here at Randy Johnson Field. We'll be back right after this.
The Clubhouse at Baywood is a full-service restaurant and premier wedding and event venue in coastal Delaware. Located just a few miles from Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, this all-inclusive venue features breathtaking views, stunning indoor and outdoor spaces, and a team of professionals to help you plan your dream wedding. From our in-house florist to our award-winning culinary team, we will take care of everything, making sure your day will be one to remember. Reach out today to schedule your tour at Baywood.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with
second inning. Leading off for the Appo Jags will be the third baseman Clugston. Stonebreaker, the designated player, is on deck, and then in the hole is the right fielder Parajon. And they're working against Kaylee Aerosmith, who had a 1-2-3 top of the first. We're scoreless here in the second inning.
I know one thing, with the way the wind's swirling around out here now, if this ball gets up in the air, these outfielders have it cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, and with me holding our information easels, I might not be able to grab the glove in time to save our vehicles.
Gotta protect our cars. Come on, Glenn.
Yeah. All right, Clugston is in and ready to go. First pitch, a called strike. And I think she's thrown a first pitch strike to every batter.
She has. You just stole it from me, Glenn. I was getting ready to go there.
It's always good because then you can mix it up.
Yeah, she's been spot on. And what that does is allow you to try to expand the strike zone a little bit, gives you a little bit of leeway. And at this point of the game, you're still trying to figure out what you can get away with and what you're going to get called, what you're not going to get called. And that first pitch strike is important.
1-1 pitch up in the air and drifted back to make the catch is Russell for out number 1. That brings up the designated player, Morgan Stonebreaker, just a sophomore. And Stonebreaker comes in with a .423 batting average, .559 on base percentage, and she's knocked in 11 runs.
Yeah, that's an impressive on-base percentage.
First pitch got away from Kaylee there, and she broke her streak. Ball 1.
We jinxed it. Broadcasters jinx. Sorry, Kaylee.
Looked like he was trying to go off speed, and it might have just nicked her hip. There's a called strike. She got it back. 1-1 count as it's a little cloudy here now in Bear, Delaware. Fouls that pitch straight back.
One of the things that I love about watching Kaylee pitch is that she's a can't-tell kid, right? So you can't tell if she's up. You can't tell if she's down. You can't tell if she just walked a batter. You can't tell if she just struck out the last kid. She is so even-keeled in the circle, and that is so important for your defense to not ride the highs and lows of your pitcher. So her having that even temperament as she just strikes out Morgan Stonebreaker.
Yeah, for out number 2 here in the top of the second, her third strikeout, and now it's the right fielder, Maddie Parajon.
I tend to say the defenses, ride that roller coaster with your pitcher, and when you have somebody like Kaylee Aerosmith in the circle, you don't have to worry about that as a coach, and that's something that's really nice, that she's so even-keeled in the circle.
Look out there, Appo dugout. Line drive foul over there.
What was that cheer they used to do down the third base line at Goldie when they'd almost take out Julie Greep?
Oh, yeah, get out the way, Coach.
Get out the way.
Get out the way, Coach. Get out the way.
Appo might need that one.
Yeah. Inside pitch, and I didn't see the umpire make that call.
He called that a strike.
Okay. Got blocked out by the first baseman. 0-2 count on Parajon.
So it looks like corners are getting called tonight.
Down low, almost in the dirt. Parajon wisely holds off. Ball and 2 strikes.
And again, when you're ahead, you get to play with the strike zone and see how big you can make it.
Aerosmith trying to get another 1-2-3 inning here. Just missed outside. 2-2 count. Second time she's gone to a 2-2 count.
2 outs here in the second.
Inside and low, but got the corner for a called strike. Strikeout number 4. And in the top half of the second, another 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, and, of course, nobody left on base. As we'll go to the bottom of the second, and who we have up for Caravel. We'll have the designated player, Daniels, the pitcher, Aerosmith, and the right fielder, Harris.
Yeah, Aerosmith off to a great start in the circle. Like you said, she's been ahead of most of her hitters so far tonight, and the 1-2-3 inning certainly makes it easy to keep her pitch count down, which at this time of the season isn't a bad thing.
Getting a little overcast here as we get later in the evening in Bear, Delaware. A lot of cloud cover. Once again, apparently there is a front moving through that's going to cool things off a little bit tomorrow, and a chance of showers tomorrow, I think late morning, early afternoon. Well, we just were told by somebody here behind us that showed up that Odessa won their softball game today over Indian River, walking it off. And that's somewhat a mild upset. Odessa still has to play Appo in the Flight A. Or maybe it's Middletown. Yeah, that's right, because they've already lost to Appo. Appo's only game left in the Flight A is against William Penn, a game they should win. All right, here we go. Bottom half of the second. Designated player, Ava Daniels. Batting just under 400, the freshman. Takes a called strike.
Yeah, and ideally, she's not the one you want to lead off. She's been really successful at putting the ball in play, hitting behind runners when they're on base, helping, plate runners for her team. So in the leadoff spot, she's just got a different job to do now. She's got to try and get herself on base.
That ball just missed. It looked like Shannon.
Yeah,
ball
just
strike.
missed inside, I think. So she just has to go in with a different mindset into this at-bat that her job is to get on.
Barucci's 1-1 pitch. Fouled down the first baseline. She's ahead in the count here, 1-2. Aerosmith on deck. Barucci working quickly as well. Off-speed pitch and just fouled straight back. Count holding at 1-2.
It's a nice job there by Daniels just to foul that off and try to stay behind it as long as she could with the change of speed. Not much you can do with that pitch other than what she did, right? Just fight for new life.
Yeah. And she just fouled that one off. Fought off another pitch. Still 1-2 count. And we were talking about earlier that there was a delay in that Delmar Sussex Academy score and game on Game Changer. We hope that's no serious injury to anybody. Again, she reaches out and fouls off that offering.
Working on the 7th pitch of the at-bat here. So a nice quality at-bat here to start the bottom of the second inning for the Bucks. Ava Daniels working at the plate, trying to find something she likes from Perucci.
And there it is. Drive to left field, and it's going to be foul. Yeah, she just, okay, that's close. Let me just tip that one out of play. Let me tip that one out of play. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of power to this kid. So if she gets a hold of something, she certainly can drive it. She's got to keep that gap-to-gap mentality.
Just got a bit out in front of that.
Yeah, just put something in play here to become a base runner.
Perucci goes down low. Daniels doesn't offer. Evens the count at 2-2.
9th pitch of the at-bat here. Perucci set to deliver.
And that missed outside, runs the count full. We got a new producer now. Jason Winchell has taken over. The tag team will partner with Nick Halliday. And here's Nick back. It's a relay race.
I say Mike Lang's joined us. The whole crew's here tonight.
Ground ball left side, and that's foul. It's musical chairs is what we're doing here. Might have just a little issue with the camera, and Nick's working on that with Christopher Widener.
11th pitch of the at-bat, Glenn. Full count here. Payoff pitch coming from Perucci to Ava Daniels.
She's fouled off about 5 pitches, and that one goes straight up the middle, gathered up by the shortstop. Yeiser across the diamond for out number 2.
Yeah, and Yeiser just beat her by a step. Yeah, Daniels got down the line in a hurry, so nice play there by the shortstop.
It's out number 1. Now the pitcher, Aerosmith, after that lengthy at-bat by Daniels.
That's a quality at-bat. Doesn't matter that that's a ground out, actually. That's a great at-bat.
All right, Lee, good to see you.
She got to see a bunch of pitches which hadn't happened so far, and that's a lot of information for her team as well if she goes in that dugout and passes that along.
400 batting average for Aerosmith. Swings through the first offering and is in the hole. We're in the bottom of the second here at Caravel. No score. That pitch misses down low in the dirt, so a ball and a strike. You mentioned Mike Lang, one of the 302 colleagues, just showed up. I think he was over at the St. Mark's Red Lion softball game, and the last we heard, Red Lion was up big. All right, 8-2 early in that one, because they were under the lights with about the same starting time. There's a called strike. Ball and 2 strikes on Aerosmith. Ferrucci, ready, delivers a 1-2 pitch, ground ball, left side, shortstop again. Yiser across the diamond. Did she get her? Just got her by a half a step. And there's out number 2.
Of the balls that Caravel's been able to put in play, there's 3 of those right to Bailey Yiser at shortstop.
No, that's the other Yiser.
Gabby Yiser. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's okay. Middle infielders, sisters. First pitch.
To Olivia Harris.
That's the ball. Right fielder. Gabby Yiser, the younger sister there of the pair. She's a freshman. Came up as a catcher, but they needed her to play some shortstop, Coach said. There's a called strike. So she's filling in nicely so far.
Harris actually picked her back leg up there like it was really an inside pitch, but she must be standing right on top of the plate because he calls it a strike.
She does it again. That one's a ball. Two balls and a strike to Harris. Ferrucci with the delivery. She goes down and digs it out. Ferrucci gets it, backhand over to first, and a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the second for Ferrucci. Caravel, no runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 2, and we're scoreless here at Caravel Academy. We'll be back with the top of the third right after this.
Signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
Nothing ball game here. Top of the third, and leading off for Appo, the first baseman, Miller. She offered at that. I don't think she pulled back. Yeah, it's a strike. Another first batter strike for Aerosmith. Sophia Miller, the lefty, swings at that one, and she's in the hole 0-2.
Aerosmith making quick work of that.
Miller comes into the game tonight with a .371 batting average, 4 doubles. .02 pitch in the dirt. Washburn, the Appo catcher, is on deck. Bailey Yiser in the hole here in the top of the third inning. She was our player of the game last month when we did a game at Red Lion that ended up being Brian Timpson's 200th win at Appo. Aerosmith missing high, 2-2 count. And she had a heck of a game defensively as well as offensively that night.
Absolutely. That's how you become the player of the game.
That must have just missed. The count runs full. First full count, right? First
Yep,
three-ball count.
You just beat me to it tonight.
We've been together so long. You're my work wife. Since I'm retired, you're my work wife. 3-2 pitch, fouled it back. I'll tell you what's going to be interesting is, and I wouldn't want to be part of the committee that's doing it, but not this school year coming up, but the one after that, we're going to have split divisions in softball.
Yes.
And how are we going to determine who belongs in what division? There was a strikeout, number 5 for Aerosmith.
Well, from what I've heard, it's going off of your past performance and how how well you've done in years past, and less to do with your school size,
right?
Which is currently has heavy weight in how they decide things. So
yeah.
It is going to get very interesting. As that's in for strike 1.
Yep. To the catcher, Washburn. She's in the hole 0-1. Madison Washburn, a sophomore. Coach Timpson rotates his catchers as well as his pitchers.
I think that, he's really fortunate that he has that opportunity, and they're so young.
Yeah.
So that also helps build your program, really. If you just play one and sit the other, then nobody gets any experience. So smart move there by Timpson to go ahead and give those 2 opportunities to the pitchers and the catchers, as Aerosmith just can't land that changeup tonight.
Not so far. So a 1-2 count now on Washburn with Bailey Yiser on deck. We're in the top of the third, scoreless here. Appo and Caravel. Caravel, number 1 ranked team in the state, 5-time defending state champion. And that one missed low. 2-2 count on Washburn. Yeah, so what you're going to have is you're going to have schools with a small enrollment, but because they've been so successful in the sport, they're going to be in the top division.
Take Del Mar Field Hockey, for example.
There
right?
you go.
I mean, they've struggled this past year, but for years and years, as she gets that strikeout, as Washburn goes down swinging, for years and years, right? Division II champs. So that would kick a school like that over to a Division I,
right,
and they would be in the mix with a Cape Henlopen. So it's going to get interesting. I agree. Don't think I'd want to be on that committee either. I think there's going to be some upset people.
2 outs here in the top of the third. Here's Bailey Yiser. First pitch to her missed.
And I think it'll come down to how many years are they going to go back?
Right.
What's your success rate for how many years?
Right.
I haven't heard any number about how they're going to figure that part out yet. So
I think it is going to be the key. All right. There's a swing. 1-1 count on Bailey Yiser.
And I pick a school like Del Mar Field Hockey for that reason, right? So they were just dominant for so long,
right,
and then they fell off for a year. So where do they fit in the mix when they've had that dominant tenure for so long? And then, you have the graduation and you have a coaching turnover, and then
right,
things sort of fall off the table. So where's that land a school like that?
Right. So if they have another down year of this coming fall, is that going to affect whether they're D1 or D2?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we've got a 1-2 count here on Bailey Yiser with 2 outs in the top of the third. That's down low. 2-2 count on Yiser, top of the lineup. Landry on deck if Bailey Yiser can reach base. Appo's yet to have a base runner.
So I do like how Aerosmith tries to expand the zone because she's got 2 strikes. She's just off enough that it's not a competitive pitch.
Check swing. They checked with the base umpire. He agreed. So another full count. Aerosmith toes the rubber. And Bailey Yiser fouls that one back. Holding that count full at 3-2.
Yeah, you definitely want to see Aerosmith be a little more competitive with these pitches that she's trying to get them to chase. This is full count. 2 out of the 3 batters in this inning. Up to this point, she had not gone that deep in a count.
Another foul back and out of play.
On the flip side, great at-bat by Bailey Yiser. Going to see her 8th pitch of the at-bat.
We've seen that out of her, and Brian Timpson, other coaches will do this too. They'll make sure they put a good batter in that 9-hole to set the table for the top of the lineup.
Yeah, that is certainly a trend. Back in a day, probably when we were kids, the worst kid played right field and batted 9th, right? That is not the case anymore. She flails that into Penand, who fires across
Yep.
to get the third out.
Not a hard hit ball, a lot of spin on it, but a tough play and a good play made by Penan. So that will end the top of the third. Again, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base as Appo goes in order. So coming up for Caravel, bottom of the third inning, we're going to have the catcher Hunter, the center fielder Barker, and then we'll flip the lineup back to Massey, who has the only hit in this scoreless ball game.
Yeah, so as we were saying, like when we were little kids, you know, the worst player was the 9-hole hitter and the right fielder, and that is just not the case anymore, particularly in softball. If you've got a pitcher who you know is going to hit the outside corner and send a ball to right field, you know, you really have to be careful where you're placing your outfielders with better arms or better range, and these coaches want that 9-hole hitter to be able to start something out and be on base. A lot of times you'll even see them as the slapper in the lineup. So interesting that you see that out of many teams now, Glenn, where that 9-hole hitter is able to produce in the lineup or to bunt for a hit or slap even to help roll the order over.
Well, my granddaughter, when she was a freshman, she batted ninth for Appo. He did that with her, and she continually would set the table for the top of the lineup. Jokingly, there was a fan behind us to our left with a Phillies hat on, and he was writing stuff down the whole time. So I asked him, "Are you scouting this for the Phillies?"
I think they could use the help.
Oh, goodness.
They might be able to learn something from a high school game. You never know.
Yeah. Well, we got the whole crew here just about. Christopher Widener on camera. We're flipping here with producers. Jason Winchell with shorts on, by the way. That's a rarity. Nick Halliday also producing. Jason Winchell's here. She's Shannon Timmons. I'm Glenn Frazier. And here we go, bottom of the third. Here's Hunter, the catcher for the Bucks. And she takes a called strike.
Hunter taking over the catching duties this year. She was a second baseman for the Bucks last year. Zeta Rock graduated now at the University of Maryland, so that puts Kenzie behind the plate, working with the pitching staff as she takes strike two, is in the hole quickly.
Boy, would Zeta Rock like a night like this with the wind blowing out the center?
Absolutely. She would have loved it.
We've seen her hit a couple climb up that flagpole. And we're checking. She did check her swing, so now a 1-2 count on Hunter. Barker, the center fielder, on deck, and then the top of the order with Massey. Ooh, we got a grill fire back here right off the shoulder of Dave Swift. Swing and a miss. Good location that time. First out of the inning, another strikeout. No, actually the first strikeout for Perucci. And here comes Barker, the center fielder. Barker comes in, an 8th grader with a .231 batting average. A lefty, I'm going to assume a slap hitter. Takes a called strike.
How about that? An 8th grader as your starting center fielder.
Yeah. Down low, that missed, a ball and a strike. Perucci now back on the rubber. And the 1-1 pitch. That missed down low. 2 balls and a strike. Again, Massey on deck. Line drive right through the box. A nice hit there to lead off the inning here with 1 out. Barker, there's your 9-hole hitter, Shannon.
By design. Every once in a while they make us look really smart, don't they?
Yeah.
Love that. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
second
Diane.
hit of the game for Caravel. They have a 1-out base runner at first for the top of the order, and Massey, who singled to lead off the ball game and was stranded at third base. Takes a called strike. Massey only saw 2 pitches in her first at bat.
And honestly, looking at the way things have gone, Perucci's done a really good job too of landing that first pitch for a strike, getting ahead of hitters.
Fly ball, center field, coming in. Can't make the catch. The runners will just hold it first and second. That was a good attempt by Mackenzie Landry. Mackenzie not quite coming up with that.
And she didn't get a great jump off the bat. I didn't know if she didn't get a good read. I think it took her a second to realize that ball was falling in front of her. And by the time she reached out for it, she just couldn't hang on to it.
Brings up the shortstop, Richardson, who flied out to second base.
Won't be surprised to see if she tries to lay down a bunt here. Oh.
Ground ball, left
Swinging
side,
away.
big hop. They can't make the play anywhere. And the bases are juiced here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd.
Tough hop there.
Yeah.
As hard as she hit that down into the ground.
Yeah, took that low pitch and just drove it into the dirt. That brings up the first baseman, Russell, who grounded out to Gabby Iser.
And if Russell hunts her pitch and gets it, she can produce with power here. Perucci's going to have to be careful.
Line drive, center field. That's in for a hit. 2 runs are going to score.
Does a nice job by Landry to keep that ball in front of her, though, because if it skips past her, then it becomes a track meet.
2 RBIs. They held the runner at second. So both Barker and Massey score to make it a 2-0 ball game. Richardson holds at second, and Russell over at first. Caravel coming through here offensively in the bottom of the 3rd. And here's Panan. A high fly ball, straightaway center. That's caught. The runner at second tagged, and we'll move up to 3rd. And on the throw, Russell moves up to second.
And Richardson with the speed, plenty of speed to tag on that play. Nice follow-up there by Russell to realize she can go ahead and make it to second on the throw.
Second out of the inning, 2 runners in scoring position for Daniels, the designated player. She grounded out to short in her only at bat.
So nice sac fly there by Katie Panan to put them in scoring position.
Yeah, she got a hold of that one well. Swing and a miss by Daniels on her first offering.
And the Bucks have come out swinging. They were standing watching pitches go by for a little while, but they have somebody changed their attitude at the plate here in the 3rd.
Called strike, and Daniels is in the hole 0-2. Perucci trying to limit this to just 2 runs. 3 hits this inning by Caravel. Tried to get the outside part of the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. I'm going to assume we called that one. Richardson's an error on the shortstop.
Yeah.
So 3 hits in the inning. Which goes down and golfs that low pitch. Shortstop has it. Double clutched and is safe at first. Throw to home. I think both runners are safe.
Both safe at home.
And now 4-0 Caravel.
I'll tell you what a great hustle by Ava Daniels to get down the line and beat that throw from Yiser at short.
Yeah, she double clutched just a bit, and that was enough for Daniels to beat that out. And it looks like we're going to have a designated runner here for the designated player, Daniels.
So it should be Belle Mendez just come in because she's the flex.
Okay.
So it should be 22 Belle Mendez.
I do
the
see a
left
2.
fielder.
And
That's how that DP flex should work.
The batter's Arrow Smith, who grounded out to short in her only at bat. Still making sure of the changes here. 2 outs, runner at first. It was scoreless until this bottom half of the 3rd. The Bucks have broken through here with 4 runs.
And the 8th grader, Cheyenne Barker, with the single to start this off.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Out of the 9 hole. All right, home plate umpire Dave Swift now gets the equipment back on.
And Paisley Massey, the freshman, 2 for 2 so far tonight.
Yeah.
In that leadoff spot.
Called strike. Aerosmith, the 7th batter for Caravel in this inning. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play behind the Appo dugout. Yeah, good at bat by Daniels on the previous at bat, the ground ball to short. She was in the hole 0-2 and battled back. The runner takes off, throw down, backed up. She's in safe. Some comments here that she might have left early, but Appo's not challenging this. So a theft there. And now we can see the uniform number, and it is indeed number 22. Bella Mendez.
That fun DP flex roll.
2-2 count on Aerosmith.
2 outs.
And she missed down low, so a full count. Aerosmith battles back after being in the hole 0-2. There's the delivery, fly ball, foul territory, and not enough room for that one. That goes out of play.
It's a great at-bat here by Aerosmith, too.
Yeah. Caravel has had several good at-bats this inning.
Looking at 7 pitches here for her. She's gone the deepest in the count so far.
Another foul ball over the Jags dugout. Oh, I actually hit a pole, I think, came back in.
And even despite the runs, I mean, obviously she's throwing strikes because Caravel's hitting the ball, but it's finding grass. But honestly, you know, Perucci's still picking around the strike zone pretty consistently.
Another low pitch. And that's one thing Caravel's done successfully this inning. They've taken those low pitches and gone down and golfed them and put them in play.
Well, and this is their second time through the order, Glenn. So this is their second at-bat. You would expect to see adjustments be made. If they weren't successful in the first inning, which they weren't, you know, you have to figure out how to make that adjustment at the plate.
And she draws a walk. First walk of the game, and only the 4th issued all year by the pitcher, Perucci.
And I would suspect you'll see a courtesy runner come out for Aerosmith, the pitcher.
And now the 9th batter of the inning.
My guess it'll be 24, Mila McDonough. That's usually the switch that gets made. Oh, nope, Kaylee Hudson.
Hudson, yeah, I heard the PA announcer. New sound system here at Caravel Academy Softball Field, Randy Johnson Field, and it's nice. All right, here's Harris, the right fielder. And again, the 9th batter this inning for Caravel as they have a 4-0 lead.
Harris grounded out to the pitcher in the second inning. In her first at-bat.
Takes a called strike in this at-bat. Runners at first and second. Ground ball, softly hit to third, and that'll be the final out of the inning. As coming up with that one was Kaylee Clugston. Throws over to Miller for the final out. We're finally through the 4th inning, but what an inning for Caravel as they send 9 batters to the plate, and they have a 4-0 lead through 4 back after this.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location. where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes. Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Top of the fourth inning here, leading off for Appo. Their leadoff batter, the center fielder, Landry, who hit kind of a humpback liner to third base in her only at bat. Perfect game so far through 3 for Aerosmith.
Yeah, Landry got a hold of her changeup and just kind of poked it in play right to Panand at third in her first at-bat.
Swings at a high offering and fouls it straight back.
We got action in the Appo bullpen now.
I don't know if that's...
I think it's a 6 on her back with her ponytail in the way.
It
It's hard
should
to
be.
tell, so it should be
Talmadge.
Miranda Talmadge warming up here in the bullpen next to us.
That's a called strike up in the zone a little bit, so 0-2 count on Landry. Landry leads the Jags with 8 stolen bases. She just reached out and hit that one foul down the left field line.
There's that changeup again from Aerosmith.
Aerosmith ready. Tried to work the outside part of the plate, misses wide. Ball and 2 strikes on Landry with Delaney on deck and Perucci in the hole. Here in the top of the fourth, 4-0 lead for the Bucks. There's a called strike and another strikeout for Aerosmith. I think that's number 7.
Correct.
Here comes Delaney, the left fielder, and she was one of those strikeout victims back in the first inning. How about an update on the Red Lions St. Mark's game? 11-5 in favor of the Lions in that one. And that's an upset so far. An unranked team against number 7, St. Mark's. Up in the zone, gets the call. And a 1-1 count on Delaney. Red Lion, one of the shorter fields, fence-wise, in the state. And if the wind's blowing out there, that's an adventure tonight. But we thought we would see that the game we had back in April with the wind blowing, and I think we had one ball that was kind of deep.
Yeah, one ball that even came close. Yeah. Everything else stayed in the park.
Yep. 2-1 count. There's a called strike to even the count at 2-2 on Delaney.
Delaney was a strikeout victim in her first at-bat.
Takes that wide and outside.
Yeah, she was trying to get her to chase, went right back in that general vicinity, see if she could get her to go. Good discipline there at the plate by Kendall Delaney.
So full count here.
Again, Delaney just a freshman for Coach Timpson.
Went down and got the low pitch. Oh, good grab by Aerosmith
What
to
a
get the
pick
out.
by Aerosmith.
Perfect game continues for Aerosmith, and now she pitches against her counterpart, Perucci. Perucci was a strikeout victim back in the first.
And I'll tell you, people need to remember this kid's name because Perucci's just a sophomore. We're going to talk about her for the next 2 years. She's had a heck of a season this year coming into the circle. She's done a great job at the plate for the Jags.
Yeah, this is basically a very young ball club that Brian Timpson has. 8 of the 12 that normally play a lot are freshmen and sophomores, so a bright future ahead for them. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch, and Perucci's in the hole 0-2. Aerosmith looking for strikeout number 8, and go perfect through 4. Missed high with the off-speed pitch.
And the changeup doesn't always have to land for a strike. You know, as a pitching coach, we always say it doesn't have to land for a strike. They just have to know you have it. So it's in the back of their mind that, you know, you can throw that off-speed pitch, and she's gotten a couple of them to chase. If they have made contact, it really hasn't gone anywhere as Perucci swings through that, strikes out.
And that ends the top half of the fourth. Excuse me, strikeout number 8. 1, 2, 3 go the Jags again. We head to the bottom of the fourth. And coming up for Caravel, it'll be Hunter, Barker, and the top, just like last inning.
Yeah, they went batted around in the third. And again, all in all, Perucci still throwing a really good game for the Appo Jags. But Caravel came out swinging that last inning and was able to find grass. So big couple base hits. Again, like I said, if you string the hits together, it's great to have a couple hits a game, but you got to string them together so you're able to score the runs. And that's what Caravel was able to do in that third inning.
Talk about changeups. I still say one of the best changeup pitchers ever that I saw in Delaware is Kylie Hill from Laurel.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Smile. That girl always had a smile on her face, but she would throw the changeup almost half of her pitches in a game.
Yeah, and just absolutely full pitchers, even though they would know that's the pitch she was going to go to as her favorite pitch, still couldn't figure it out, still couldn't, you know, be productive with it, and she struck out a lot of people with that changeup.
Threw everybody's timing off. Laurel usually a very strong program in softball, and again, they're having a down year a little bit this year, just like Appo is kind of struggling a little. Still have a good record at 9-4 coming into this one, and will most likely make the tournament, the field of 24, but just not as strong a program as Brian Timpson normally has. Again, very young. This team's going to be good the next couple of years.
Again, though, he had Ayla McCatherine throwing in the circle, right? So
right.
When these teams fall off, people are like, "Oh my gosh, what has happened?" And you know, they panic. They look at the last year's roster. Look how many seniors they had.
Yeah.
When you have and we had a bunch of senior pitchers across the state last year. So some of these teams that are having what we're calling a down year or an off year, you know, quote unquote off year, they just have young pitchers. And so those kids didn't throw a lot when there were seniors in the circle. They got to figure it out. So that takes a season or two to mature into and to get the pitching time and to figure out high school softball. So, you know, it's not saying they're having a down year is a negative thing. These kids just need the varsity level experience, and they need to figure it out.
We're in the bottom of the fourth here, and there's a foul back. So Hunter's in the hole 0-2.
And actually, I think this might be a pinch hitter.
Yeah, I thought I heard him say a different name, Bailey something.
I think it's Aubrey Lloyd, number 38.
It is 38. Another 8th grader. That missed down. Ball and 2 strikes on Lloyd. Now Perucci's ready in the circle. Foul ball down the right field side. Count holds at 1-2. We'll have more softball live stream for you next week. We'll be at the University of Delaware. I think it's Tuesday night.
Yes.
When Padua takes on Cape Henlopen. That's a night game. And then we're going to close out the regular season right back here on Friday the 15th. Another foul ball off the netting as Caravel will take on Smyrna. And then we're into the tournament. Guess I might be doing track that night, Shannon. You might be doing softball. Line shot, left side, that's a hit. Must have family and fans out here in the outfield.
I was going to say, we hear a bunch of people cheering for Aubrey Lloyd as she puts the ball in play.
So the 8th grader gets a hit. That's hit number 4 for Caravel. Now they're going to run 4. So Hunter will re-enter the game and run it first. And that brings up
Cheyenne Barker.
Yep. I'm going to just hesitate to make sure we didn't get a pinch hitter.
No, when she stepped to the left side of the plate, I
Yeah.
knew it was her.
Barker singled and scored a run last inning.
Yeah, she started everything off.
Late.
Tries to lay down the bunt.
Foul ball. Hunter at first. Another offer at a bunt, but she pulled it back. Ball and a strike on Barker. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Caravel on top 4-0. They scored all their runs last inning. Now she swings away. Got it right past the first baseman for a hit. Heading over to third is Hunter. The throw goes that way, and she slides in safe, and then moving up on the throw, just heads up base running by the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Kenzie Hunter got on her horse. She saw Coach Keith Holdsworth bringing her the whole time without hesitation. Made it to third.
Hit number 5 for the Bucks, and now Brian Timpson calls time. As it looks like the Buccaneers have kind of solved Perucci here in the 3rd and the 4th. She shut him out the first 2 innings. I'm going to check and see if they're going to bring Talmadge in, or he's just going to have a little talk with everybody, settle him down. Perucci stays in the circle. So here's the top of the order. Paisley Massey, who's 2 for 2, scored a run. And all the hits, all 5 hits have been singles, no extra base hits.
Well, and again, if you can just move people station to station and base hit after base hit after base hit, like I said, string them together, you're going to be very successful.
First pitch, missed down low.
Every once in a while, that first baseman steps right in the way. I can't see the umpire.
Ground ball. It should be foul, but they get the out at first. The run scores.
I thought it was a dead ball off
I
her
thought it was a
foot.
dead ball off her foot.
We have no call.
No, I think
So-
they're going to go with that. So it's an out there.
The way that spun
Yeah,
off, it looked
I
like it was
agree
off
with
her
you.
foot.
Yeah. So the run scores. Hunter, who had come in to run after Lloyd got the hit. And did Barker score 2?
No, Barker's over at third.
Oh, there she is at third. Okay. I didn't see anybody over there for the moment. I think she was talking to the coach. Fly ball, deep left center. Catch is made by the Appo left fielder. They will not get the runner tagging and scoring, and now it's 6-0 on the sac fly by Richardson. Catch was made by Kendall Delaney out there in left field for Appo. Good strong throw, but not going to get the speedy runner.
So the Bucks now with a 6-0 lead. As we see Coach Timpson out talking to the home plate umpire, Dave Swift.
Yeah, not sure what that was about, but.
Again, maybe they thought she left early.
Okay.
On the tag, on the sac fly. It's the only thing I can think of.
All right, here's the first baseman, Russell. Russell 1 for 2, grounded out and singled, scored a run, and has 2 RBI. First pitch missed high and outside for a ball. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 6-0 Caravel, the top-ranked team in the state. 5-time defending state champions.
Quick update here. It's 13-5 Red Lion over St. Mark's in the top of the 7th. St. Mark's has 2 on, no outs. But 13-5 Red Lion over St. Mark's.
That's a little bit of a surprise to me.
I think that's a big upset. I would say that's a big upset.
Yeah. Fly ball. She went down and got it. And the center fielder tracks it down, Mackenzie Landry, for the final out of the inning. But 2 more runs by Caravel on 2 more hits. And they now lead Appo through 4, 6-0. Back after this with the 5th inning.
Has 3 locations, all conveniently located on Route 1 in Lewis, Bethany Beach, and Fenwick Island. Matt's serves fresh seafood, coastal classics, and Sussex County comfort food. With an array of camp cocktails, craft ales, and a carefully selected wine list, there's something for everyone on the menu. Matt's is the place you can bring your family for dinner, grab lunch during the week, or hang with friends at happy hour. Each location offers unique outdoor dining and a raw bar featuring fresh, local oysters. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Stop into Matt's Fish Camp in Lewis, Bethany, or Fenwick.
Back here for the top of the 5th inning. Caravel on top 6-0. Glenn Fraser alongside Shannon Timmons. Nick Halliday producing. Christopher Widener on camera. And we got a couple other 302 staffers here. Mike Lang and Jason Winchell taking this game in. And leading off top of the 5th for Appo is Clugston, third baseman. She went out to the first baseman in her only at bat.
9 strikeouts for Kaylee Aerosmith tonight, Glenn.
And a perfect game. Oh, she waited on that slow pitch, and she got it through for the first hit of the game. I just jinxed her, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
So the perfect game, gone. No, gone. Here's Stonebreaker, the designated player. She struck out looking in her only at bat. Really good job by Clugston to take that off-speed pitch and drive it through the infield. Looks like the first pitch missed. Fouled straight back. Ball and a strike now on Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker, a sophomore. 559 on base percentage.
Yeah, that's impressive.
She swings through that off-speed pitch. Misses. Throw down to first, not in time. A ball and 2 strikes on Stonebreaker. Nobody out here, top of the 5th. Inside pitch missed. And the count runs 2-2.
(13-6) now. Red Lion, St. Mark's.
A lot of offense in that one tonight. That pitch missed down low. So a full count now on Stonebreaker.
2 outs now in that top of the 7th, Glenn. They still got 2 runners on.
Okay. You know, I try to stay in touch with some of the girls we've watched play over the years that are in college now. There's a ground ball right side. The runner lets it go, and I think they got the force out. Oh, did she drop the ball, or was that when she went
Should
to release it
on
to her
the
hand?
transfer.
Yeah, transfer. So she's out. Fielder's choice there for Stonebreaker.
Nice play by Paisley Massey at second to cut down the lead runner.
Headsy play. And so anyhow, I was thinking about the pitcher from Delmarva, Christian Yoder.
Yeah.
And she went to what, Liberty?
Liberty, correct.
Liberty. So I don't know how much you stay up on that. I try. It's hard.
We have so many girls playing in so many different places. It is hard to keep up.
Oh, yeah.
I try. You know, I flip Liberty games on when I see them on ESPN. I haven't seen Kaylin throw this year, just in passing of catching those games. So I don't know where she is in the mix of things this season.
Here's Parajon with a runner at first and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Parajon struck out looking her first at her only at
I was
bat.
going to say, it is hard to believe we're in the 5th inning and they are just coming to their second at bat.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Perfect game will do that for you.
Yes, it will.
It was perfect till this inning. A 1-hit shutout being thrown by Arrow Smith. There's a swing at the high pitch. Parajon down 0-2 in the count. Miller on deck.
Talking to former players, Rachel Carey from Polytech having a heck of a season up there at Binghamton.
Okay. Upstate New York, right?
Yeah.
Foul ball. Count holds at 0-2. And, of course, I know we have quite a few girls that are playing at University of Delaware who's having a really good season. They're the 4 seed in the Conference USA tournament, which is taking place right now up at the University of Delaware.
Yeah.
Another foul back. And on that University of Delaware team, a former Caravel player, one of your favorites. Right?
On University of Delaware's team?
Yeah, isn't she?
One of my favorites?
Uh-huh.
I might be drawing a blank. You might have to remind me who that is.
Little girl, played shortstop.
Oh, Veronica.
Do you mean?
I don't think she's playing.
No?
Mm-mm.
I guess I didn't check the roster.
Yes, she's one of my favorites, but I don't think she's playing at Delaware anymore.
1-2 pitch, that missed high. 2-2, throw down to first. They might get her picked off. Throw to second, and they got her.
Great defensive play there.
That was a great throw by the catcher.
Kenzie Hunter.
She gunned that down to first, and they caught her off guard. That goes 2 to 3 to 6 for out number 2. And a 1-2 count on Parajon, 2-2 count. She hits one left side, that's through. And the second hit of the game for Appo. Unfortunately, a base running mistake cost him here. They could have had something going.
And I'll tell you, this field must, I mean, I know we need some rain, but this field must really be hard because we have seen some choppers go through this infield that have been tough for the shortstops to handle.
Yeah.
as they skip off the hard dirt.
Here's the first baseman, Miller. Sophia Miller, the junior.
She took that pitch for a strike.
And she struck out in her only at bat back in the third inning. That miss low and outside. I'll tell you what, if you're an Appo base runner, you better pay attention to that catcher.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
She's just looking to gun it down there.
That's a no-look Reese Atwood move right there.
That pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. So 2 hits this inning for Appo, but 1 runner erased on a fielder's choice, and then the next one erased on a pickoff.
Fundamental softball, Glenn. Cut down the lead runner.
Close pitch there, just missed, so a 3-1 count on Miller.
When we talk about players at Goldie, a lot of Delaware girls playing at Goldie, a lot playing at Wilmue. They're getting ready to start that tournament.
Del Tech.
Line
shot, left side. That's a fair ball.
Mendez did a great job cutting that off. Angle of pursuit there to not have that scoot by her. Holds that runner at second base.
Hey, that was a great hustle play by her. So first and second with 2 outs. Third hit of the game, third this inning for the Jags, and that brings up the catcher, Washburn, who was a strikeout victim in the third inning. Well, Caitlin Whalen is pinch hitting here for Washburn.
So we'll talk favorite softball players. Haley Grigo, one of my favorite Caravel softball players. She's at Wilmue.
Okay, Wilmue. First pitch, up and away. It's a ball on Whalen.
Down there at Del Tech, one of my favorite pitchers. Coached Abby Marsh for a year when I was at Cape. She's having a heck of a season for Del Tech.
Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike on Whalen. And Del Tech, of course, we're talking about the Owens campus down at Georgetown.
Yeah, Guy Wilkins been down there for a long time coaching. Does a great job with that program.
Ooh, went after the high one.
Yeah, just couldn't hold off on that. They've that program's had a lot of success.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss by Whalen. And Aerosmith gets out of it. 3 hits in the inning for Appo, but they strand 2. And we head to the bottom of the 5th with Caravel up by a score of 6-0. And coming up for the Bucks will be Penan, Daniels, and Aerosmith. All right, here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Caravel with a 6-0 lead, and leading off the third baseman, Penan, who has struck out and had a sac fly and an RBI.
We have a final on that Red Lion St. Mark's game, 13-7 Red Lion.
Wow. That's a big win for the Lions. First pitch misses down low. Perucci ready with the second pitch, and that missed down low as well. Quickly in the hole here to Panan with Daniels on deck.
The middle part of this order has done a decent job setting things up for the lower part of the order, which has actually been the one to sort of spark all the offensive production here tonight.
Yeah. 3 hits coming from the 8 and 9 hitters for Caravel. Fly ball, shallow right, coming in and making the grab. That's Matty Parajon for out number 1. We got to love the wind here at our table, blowing our easel info off.
That'll bring freshman Ava Daniels to the plate. She has grounded out to the shortstop and
reached on an error by the
reached on an
shortstop.
error by the shortstop.
Yep. Goes stranded at second base that inning. Remember, she did a great job of beating that out.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just a little like double clutch by the shortstop that allowed her to leg that one out.
And she was close on the first one. She has hustled down the line in both of her at-bats.
That missed, so a 2-0 count. Daniels is ahead in the count. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Caravel up 6-0 on Appo. Good off-speed offering there by Perucci to get a strike. 1-2 count. Aerosmith on deck, unless they bring in a pinch hitter.
And I'm honestly surprised Perucci's gone this long with the way that we've seen the split of the innings for the pitchers from Timpson.
Ground ball got past the third baseman, backhand by Short, but not able to get Daniels. Daniels has hit everything on the ground to the left side. You know what? It got past the third baseman. It was gloved cleanly by the shortstop. She was going to beat that out. I'm giving her an infield hit. Here's the pitcher, Aerosmith, and she fouls the first pitch back and out of play.
Aerosmith grounded out to the shortstop in her first at-bat and drew a walk in her second at-bat after seeing 9 pitches.
That's the only walk of the game. Both of these pitchers have done a great job locating pitches and being in control of the strike zone.
Yeah, they've both been very competitive as far as that goes tonight.
Foul ball there. Aerosmith down 0-2.
And that's all you can really ask for is to have the opportunity to have balls put in play. You know, if you're not striking them out, the balls are put in play. Let your defense play behind you. I always teach all my pitchers, 7 people stand behind you for a reason. You don't have to do all the work by yourself.
0-2 pitch. She missed outside with that one. A ball and 2 strikes. Daniels at first. A 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Right after this pitch, we'll run down the final scores in softball today that we have for you. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for out number 2. And that brings up Harris, the right fielder.
Third strikeout tonight for Perucci.
So here's the finals. We have Sussex Central beating Sussex Tech 3-2, a battle of number 2 and 3 in the state. Del Mar 6-3 over Sussex Academy. Red Lion beats St. Mark's 13-7. Lake 13-3 over Laurel. And Polytech blank Cape 11-0. First pitch was a strike to Harris. And a swing at a low offering, and Harris is down 0-2. So Perucci having a little bit of a comeback inning this inning.
Yeah, settled down nicely.
And a check swing. She did go around. And Perucci with a pretty good inning here in the bottom of the fifth. So we go to the sixth inning here at Randy Johnson Field. 6-0. Caravel Academy back with the sixth inning after this.
I think I've always known he was going to do something like this. He did not want to do active duty because he wants to do college first. I think that was the biggest thing for him, instead of waiting and then doing college after.
One of the differences I noticed when he came back from basic training, he was more organized in how he was going about things a little bit. I know he commented that a lot of things his classmates would do that it didn't bother him before, but now he realizes, you know, because he's been outside of high school, I think maybe he's a little more responsible.
He's thinking about his future a lot more. He talks about it and the different possibilities. And he mentioned the ROTC program as well. And he said, you know, I could graduate as an officer. And so I was kind of excited when he mentioned that he could do that as well.
I would just tell people, you know, if their son or daughter was considering the National Guard, that I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's something that can really help somebody grow. And at the same time, you're serving your country, which is a great thing too. So I think it's a good opportunity.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
Top of the sixth inning, he says. And it'll be Bailey Yiser leading it off out of the 9-hole. And I'm going to tell you what, this girl, she's got some game.
Absolutely.
She grounded out to third in her only at bat. She swings at the first pitch up in the zone for a strike. She'll be followed by the top of the order.
I was going to say, she and her sister are both really quality players.
Middle infielders.
On the Appo roster. As we see the count even, 1-1. Bucks have a 6-0 lead over the Jags in the sixth. I think that's what you were trying to say when we came back on
Yeah, I got a little tongue-tied. It happens. That went right down the alley for a strike. Yeah, Bailey is the older of the 2 sisters. She's a junior. Gabby, her younger sister, a freshman, and Coach told me, Timpson, he said, she was always been a catcher, but we needed somebody at shortstop. She stepped up, and she's done a good job. Ground ball left side to the Caravel shortstop, and gets her again. So she's going out 5-3 and 6-3. One out here, top of the sixth.
Did the best she could with that changeup from Aerosmith. Well, I'll tell you what, she makes a heck of a shortstop. So
yeah, for a catcher.
For a catcher, she's making a heck of a shortstop. The 2 of them playing side by side have made a really nice combination for him defensively. So that it's always nice to see number 1 sisters on the field together, and number 2 when they can play the middle infield together and play off of each other. That's also fun to watch.
Here's the leadoff batter, Landry. Landry's 0 for 2. Took the first pitch high for a ball. Swings through the next offering. Count evens at 1-1. That missed. 2 balls and a strike to Landry with Delaney on deck.
Landry struck out in the last at-bat watching the third strike go by, and she took the changeup for a little pop-up to Penand at third in her first at-bat.
Also swung through the high fastball. Evens the count at 2-2.
Won't be surprised to see if Aerosmith goes back to that changeup here.
And a swing and a miss. Out number 2 here in the top of the 6th inning. Now the left fielder Delaney, who's also 0 for 2. She grounded right back to the pitcher, and I remember that play. Aerosmith went down and made a really good stab at that hard hit ball.
Nice little backhand she came up with that. That's strikeout 11 for Kaylee tonight.
11 strikeouts, a 3-hit shutout. First pitch fouled out of play by Delaney. Kendall Delaney, just a freshman.
And she looks tall from here, so can't imagine standing next to her on the field. We're all the way out in right field. She looks like a tall kid from here.
And a call strike on the off-speed offering, so she's in the hole 0-2.
Good size for a freshman.
Yeah. Seen a couple of freshmen out here tonight, both teams with really good size. That missed outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Aerosmith on the rubber. Off-speed pitch, and Delaney waited on it nicely. Lines it hard, but right at the shortstop. For the final out of the top of the 6th, we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 6-0, Caravel. All right, here we go, bottom of the 6th inning. Quite possibly the last at-bat for the Caravel Buccaneers, unless Appo can mount a big comeback in the top of the 7th. 6-0. Buccaneers on top here. Catcher will lead it off. Hunter. I'm impressed with her arm behind the plate. The way she's been throwing behind runners down at first.
And she calls the entire game, so there's no coach calling pitches. Kenzie is back there behind the plate calling all the pitches for Kaylee, so that is, you don't see that a whole lot in high school softball. Most coaches are calling pitches.
Yeah.
So she's handling the pitching
With
staff.
the wristbands.
Yeah, she's handling the pitching staff. She's quick to make that snap throw down.
First pitch was fouled. And so is the second. So she's in the hole 0-2. Hunter is 1 for 2 tonight. She's singled and struck out. Barker on deck, and then Massey. Barker 2 for 2, scored twice.
And she was the one that started all that scoring in the 3rd inning for Caravel. Sparked all of that offense. And we're just waiting to see that call. That was a ball.
Yeah. 1-2 count. I think the umpire, Dave Swift, kind of motioned with the left hand inside. And she swings through that one for a strikeout. Perucci, I think, has gotten a little stronger here the last couple innings. That's out number one. Here comes Barker. As we mentioned, she's 2 for 2 tonight. Singled in the third and fourth innings and scored both times. Or did we have a pinch hitter?
We have a pinch hitter.
I thought I heard a different name. Foul ball. Looks like I think it's number 23. Kelsey Passwaters. No, I think it's 27. I'll take that back.
27 is Keely Nunley.
That's who it is. Nunley at bat. Takes that pitch low, 1-1.
Nunley, the other pitcher on this team.
So she hits in the 9-hole here for Barker. Takes a called strike. 1-2 count on Nunley with Massey on deck. One out here in the bottom of the sixth.
We saw Nunley pitch in the Concord game.
I just missed inside, 2-2 count. Perucci ready to go. Foul ball over the Appo dugout.
It's a nice at-bat here for a pinch hitter coming in. That's a tough thing to do. People don't realize, you're cold coming in off the bench. You haven't seen pitches yet tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you can do all the batting cage before the game you want, but then you're sitting all that time.
Yeah. It's a long time since you've warmed up.
And a count full. Full count, one out, bases clean here. Bottom of the sixth.
Nice quality at bat here by Keely Nunley.
Not sure, but I think Dave Swift was checking the glove of Perucci, make sure there was no foreign substance in there. But now we were switching up balls. Got to kind of shake it up a little bit here. Perucci ready to go. Another foul ball. Ooh, right over those fans' heads.
Right? She was fixing her sweatshirt on the chair. Woo, she didn't see that coming.
And that really skipped hard off the top of that dugout. 3-2 pitch. Right through the whole nose. Second baseman up with it. Bailey Yiser for the out. Second out of the inning and brings up top of the order the second baseman Massey if she bats. Let's see.
Nope, it's going to
Hudson.
be number 36, Callie Hudson, to
Yeah.
pinch hit for Paisley Massey.
So Paisley will officially go in, what, 2 for 3?
2 for 3. Run scored.
Yep.
And an RBI.
Okay. Called strike on Hudson. And a foul back, so Hudson in the hole 0-2. Perucci out in front here trying to get the final out of the bottom of the sixth. And then Appo will have one final shot here in the top of the seventh. Pitch line shot right at the shortstop. And a good play over there by Gabby Yiser for the final out of the bottom of the sixth. When we come back, top of the seventh, and Appo down to their final 3 outs. Can they mount a comeback? We'll find out after this.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes. Turn your vision into a
And here we go to the top of the 7th inning. Final chance for the Appoquinimink Jags as Kaylee Aerosmith throwing a gem today. 3-hit shutout with 11 strikeouts.
11.
And Ava Perucci really strong the last couple of innings. The middle innings, she had a little issue there. She gave up 5 hits and all 6 runs in the middle innings in the 3rd and 4th. Other than that, pretty good job by her.
I was going to say, all in all, really still a good game, all things considered.
And we're talking about her, and here she is to lead off the top of the 7th. Fouls the first pitch back. Perucci 0 for 2 tonight.
I think of the, lopsided scores that we've seen throughout the season, and some games just get away from pitchers. I think Perucci's done a good job of refocusing herself after that middle inning where Caravel seemed to score those runs, and she's come back. She just had a 1-2-3 inning, right? So,
yeah.
That's a sign of maturity in the circle and way to refocus and recollect herself and go after those hitters again. So that's all good stuff.
Yeah, just a sophomore, just like her counterpart. That ball missed down low. Two 1 count. Perucci to be followed by Clugston and Stonebreaker, unless Coach Timpson puts in that pinch hitter. There's a swing and a miss. 2-2 count now. Really hard to hit that rise ball.
Again, Aerosmith spins a ball exceptionally well.
All right, Perucci back in the box. Aerosmith ready to deal. Swing and a miss, another strikeout, and 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
It's 12 for Kaylee tonight.
Brings up the third baseman, Clugston, who got the first hit of the game off of Aerosmith. She's 1 for 2. Batting .371 coming into the night. First pitch taken right down the chute. 0-1 count on Clugston. Stonebreaker on deck. And that one's fouled back. Aerosmith ahead of Clugston here, 0-2.
And all in all, Aerosmith done a nice job of staying ahead of hitters tonight.
Mm-hmm.
She tends to get into a lot of full count situations. She's really tried to manage that tonight. I think she's done well with that tonight.
That hit the batter. Our first hit by pitch of the game. And Clugston a 1-out base runner for Stonebreaker, who's 0 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice and struck out.
Aerosmith has 11 total, I'm sorry.
Okay. Cluxton, I see her dangerously, scattering off first base there. You better watch out.
Yes.
Because Kenzie Hunter has a gun.
She will pluck you off in a heartbeat.
And the first two pitches from Aerosmith. I thought that missed, but no, we have a ball and a strike on the scoreboard. That missed high. Stonebreaker held off.
Aerosmith just trying to climb the ladder, see if she'll chase.
Parajon on deck. If she can get up to bat, she has one of the hits. There's a check swing, foul straight back by Stonebreaker. Evens the count at 2-2.
Having a hard time laying off that high pitch from Aerosmith.
Kaylee on the rubber. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. Now you can count 12.
Now there's 12.
Yep. Second out of the inning. And here's Parajon. She's 1 for 2. Singled and stranded back in the 5th inning. Matter of fact, her and the on-deck batter, Miller, both singled the last time they were up. Fly ball deep, left center field. It will bounce up against the fence. They're going to send Clugston home. There's the relay throw, and she's safe. And that's the deepest hit of the night, and Appo's on the board.
That was a great relay by the defense, just not in time to get Clugston going home.
And that's our first extra base hit of the game.
And that was a shot.
It was a shot. Off the bat, I thought it might have gone out.
I think if we had that wind we had earlier tonight, the wind's laid down a little bit. If we had that wind we had earlier, that might have gone out.
Here's Miller. She's 1 for 2. She takes a called strike. Parajon down at second. 2 for 3 tonight for Parajon. That missed. Ball and a strike. Coach was telling me at Parajon, who will be going to Eastern University, like she's struggling a little bit at the plate so far this season, batting .243, but not tonight. Miller fouls that one straight back.
No, she's had a couple nice plays out here in front of us in right field tonight as well.
Yeah.
One of the seniors on this Appo team. We've talked about how young they are, but one of the upperclassmen for them.
She's the only senior in the starting lineup with the exception of their designated player, Stonebreaker.
2-2 count now, 2 outs.
Fouled straight back. Miller staying alive. Aerosmith trying to retire the final batter here and get the 6-1 win. Miller trying to extend the game. There's a ball. Full count on Miller.
Payoff pitch here from Aerosmith.
Fouled it back.
Great at bat here by Miller. Got in the hole early, but she seems to keep battling here.
And she fouls that one over the Caravel dugout.
Maddie Parajon stands at second. Appo on the board, finally 6-1.
And there's a swing and a miss, and that will end the ball game. A 6-1 win for Caravel Academy. And a great job by their pitcher, Kaylee Aerosmith, as the two line up and shake hands. And then we're going to have our two players of the game, which we've decided are going to be the center fielder, Barker, and the leadoff batter, second baseman, Massey.
Yes.
So they'll come out and join us shortly. Why don't we take a break? We'll be back with our post-game interviews right after these messages.
Welcome back to Randy Johnson Field here at Caravel. We are here with one of our players of the game tonight in a 6-1 victory as Caravel defeats the Appo Jags. Here with Paisley Massey, a freshman, second baseman. Paisley, let's just talk tonight. You were 2 for 3 at the plate with 1 run scored and 1 RBI. You took one of the first pitches of the game tonight as the leadoff hitter for that single to left field. Let's just talk about your approach at the plate and how you're able to set the tone for your team to go ahead and be offensively productive tonight.
I was just going up ready to hit. I wanted to get on base. I wanted to score the first run, and my team was cheering me on. And I was in a good mood, and I just felt like I should hit. So, yeah.
Talk about how comfortable you are as a freshman in that leadoff spot.
I am very comfortable. It's a lot of pressure being leadoff, but my team supports me and cheers me on, so I just feel like I can do anything up to bat.
Well, great job tonight for your team, Paisley. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again. Good luck the rest of the way. We're going to pass this off as we have our second player of the game. Cheyenne Barker steps in.
Thank you.
Come on in. Glenn's going to grab a picture real quick. We're going to grab a picture with Paisley real quick. All right, as Cheyenne steps in, just an 8th grader, starting center fielder Cheyenne Barker, 2 for 2 tonight, 2 runs scored. And talk to me about your approach at the plate. You know, you really seemed to come in the bottom of the third. What were you thinking when you went in, knowing that really to that point there wasn't a lot of offense, and you're able to get up there and get something started, and then you and Paisley just roll right back to back. So what's your approach at the plate, knowing you have to get something started for your team?
Yeah, so before we went out and we hit, our coach was just like, we need to start something. So that like really put like something in my mind. And when I went to bat, I was just like, I have to get a hit right now. I have to start something. I have to get a rally. I have to start something that we can just work off of. And I already knew Paisley was going to do something, so it was really nice.
And you've been really successful all season, down in that 9 slot, you know, in the batting order, making things happen for your team. How comfortable are you there, and what your coaches are asking you to do out of that 9 hole to get things started for your team?
I feel really comfortable, and especially when like everything but yeah, I feel really comfortable. I like to stay there, especially when we go off to playoffs, and And I'm just really comfortable, yeah.
Well, you're doing a great job, especially just as an 8th grader coming in here starting in this type of program. So congratulations. I'm sure we'll see you the rest of the way, too.
Thank you.
We're going to grab a quick picture with our second player of the game, Cheyenne Barker. And the water is a tried and true tradition here at Caravel. When we talk to the players of the game, they always get water dumped on them. Doesn't matter how warm or how cold. That is just one of their go-to moves here. So we will finish up. We have a final score here from Randy Johnson Field at Caravel, 6-1. Caravel successful over the Appo Jags. We've got the whole crew here tonight. I've got Jason Winchell producing now, but we've had Nick Halliday and Mike Lang's been here. We're getting Glenn back on the headset here to finish up. I am Shannon Timmons.
It's wet. It's wet. Now, this is what happens at the end of the Phillies games when they have player of the game and the guys come out